Hi yogis, it's me Danielle. I'm here today enjoying this beautiful sunshine in my dad's yard. He loves his palm trees, so I thought y'all could maybe enjoy them too. We're going to do a flow sequence today and start standing. You might want a blanket, maybe a block or a book, and just meet me on the mat. Oh, and this is Gracie, by the way, and we're going to see how this goes. She's maybe helps us do yoga today. Okay, so we're going to start in mountain pose with our feet about hip width distance apart, okay? So let's roll those hips under, the knees are bent, and then the shoulders come up, back, and down. Bring the chin parallel to the ground, the fingers nice and wide, palms facing me. Okay, let's just take a couple breaths here. Inhaling the belly out, exhaling the belly in towards the spine. Inhaling the belly out, exhaling that belly in. One more breath like this. Gracie. Inhale those arms up, look up. Exhale, fingertips next to the body, chin to chest. Inhaling up, look up. Exhale. Bring those hands up again, this time in prayer mudra. Exhale, prayer mudra to heart center. Gracie, why don't you sit down for us? Do you know how to sit? She says, not today, Mama. Not in yoga. Okay, so let's take a belly out. Inhale. Exhale in towards the spine. So while we're here, let's set our intention for our practice today. Maybe that's a prayer or devotion for someone else during this time, or maybe it's something we would like to work on within ourselves. I am peace. I am patience. I am love. Smooth your forehead. Take a deep breath in and let it out with a sigh. Inhaling those prayer hands up towards the sky. Exhaling those prayer hands along the body, chin to chest. Okay, very good. So while we're here, you can relax just a little bit. So while we're here, we're going to do some neck work. So bring that chin to the chest, the hands to the hips. So inhale that right ear to the right shoulder. Continue all the way up. Exhaling right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest. Inhaling left ear, left shoulder, all the way up. Exhaling left ear, left shoulder, chin to chest. Very good. Bringing the chin parallel. We're going to start with a little sequence here. We're going to start with some cactus arms. So let's bring the feet a little bit wider of a stance. Let the knees be loosey-goosey, but when you bend the knees, they go the direction of the feet, okay? So tilt that pelvis. Inhale those arms up, look up. Exhale, come into cactus arms. You can even squat a little bit. Inhaling as you rise. Exhaling as you squat those cactus arms and legs. Inhaling up. Exhale. Two more like this. You're doing great. Inhale up. Bring those hands together. Exhale to heart center. Very good. So let's come back to that mountain pose. Feet hip width distance apart, pointing forward. Gentle bend in the knees here. Tilt that pelvis. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Okay, so now interlace your hands behind your back. Roll a shoulder back, and then the other. Very good. So what happens here is my belly always pops out. So tilt that pelvis with me. Very good. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to come over with a flat back. Here, let me turn sideways for you. We're going to come over with a flat back, okay? Forward folding. The belly comes on the thighs. The knees are bent, okay? And just hang out in that forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Two more breaths here. You're doing great. Very slowly. Inhale and rise with that flat back. Ooh, exhale those shoulders. Okay, and we're just going to roll them up, back, and down. Inhaling up, exhaling back and down. So tilt that pelvis, inhale those shoulder blades up, and then together back and down. Do that one more time. Very good. Okay, so we're gonna do another shoulder opener. So we're gonna take our hands, clasp them behind our back. So what we're gonna do here, let's find that mountain pose again. Bend to the knees, tilt the pelvis, shoulders up, back and down. Okay, so we're gonna take the hands to the right side or left side of the body. So just come to the side of the body. Okay, so what happens here is my elbow comes out. I want you to bring it in. There you go. Feel that stretch. Again, remember my belly popped out. So let's tilt the pelvis. Very good. So now let's do a flow here. Inhaling center, exhaling over to the other side. Check the belly and the elbow. Very good. Inhale center, exhale over. Inhale center, exhale over to the other side. Pull that elbow back, belly in. There you go. One more time each side. Inhale center, exhale over. This time just hang out here, okay? 3 more breaths. Checking that elbow, tilting that pelvis, tilting. The abs are drawn in. Last breath. Very good. One more time. Inhaling center, exhaling over to the other side, bringing that elbow back. Okay, check the belly. There you go. The elbow's back. 3 breaths here. Inhaling the belly out, exhaling the belly in. 2 more. Relax the face. Release those hands as they come to center, and then bring those shoulders up, back, and down again. Okay, let's just shake just for a moment. Let's just shake it out. Shake that left leg, shake that right leg, shake those arms to the center and to the side, back to the center, to the other side. Shake that leg out again, a little balance move here. Shake the other leg as well, and then just shake it all out, okay? Let's bring those hands together for just a moment. Feel our body moving around inside of us, taking a moment with the breath. Okay, so we're gonna get ready for diver now. So we're in that mountain pose, okay? Let's get nice and grounded again. To do that, let's do a little exercise, okay? So let's take the big toes, lift them up, and then switch. The big toe goes down, the little toes go up. Switch, and switch. Cool, right? You can feel it in your knees. Okay, so we're in that mountain pose. Tuck the pelvis, okay? Roll the shoulders up, back and down. You have bent knees, chin parallel. So we're gonna bring the hands clasped together in front of us. Okay, so this is diver. We're gonna inhale the arms by the ears. And then exhale, bend the elbows. Prayer coming behind the neck. Inhaling up towards the sky. Exhaling down. Inhaling up towards the sky. Exhale, bend those elbows. Check that, tilt the pelvis, inhaling up. Exhaling down, you're doing great. We're gonna do 2 more of these. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale up. Exhale down in front of you. Very good. And again, rolling out those shoulders. Okay, so let's do a little balance posture before we get into our flow today. We're gonna do tree pose. If you need to lean on a tree or a wall, be my guest, okay? So what we're gonna do here is have a grounding foot, okay? Slight bend in the knee there, okay? I don't like locked knees. And then I don't like to place things on knees if we don't have to. So we're gonna take our other foot as we put our hands on our hips. I want you to find a focal point in front of you, a drishti, it's just something to stare at. We're gonna take this right foot and create a kickstand, okay? And that's your tree leg. So you can stay here, maybe that's where you are today, or maybe that foot travels up to the inner calf. Okay, and then maybe you need a little bit more challenge today. Maybe that foot comes to the inner thigh. We shall see. I've had a little break from yoga this week, so let's see where we are. Okay, find that drishti, that's going to help, and then focus on your breath as you grow tree leaves. Maybe the wind is blowing. 2 more breaths here. Very good. So bring the hands back to the hips. Let that tree leg come out nice and controlled if you can. And then we're going to shake that foot out, that grounding foot. Ooh, that feels good. Okay, so we do things on both sides of the body in yoga. So we're going to do our other side as well. So we're nice and balanced. So let's ground that foot in. Gentle bend, micro bend in that knee. Okay. So let's find that focal point, that drishti. The hands are on the hips. Bring a kickstand with the other foot, your tree foot, okay? So now comes the challenge. Maybe you move that foot up the calf, and we'll see how we do on the other side today. Bringing the foot maybe to the inner thigh. Whoop. Let me try that again. Very cool. All we have to do is try in yoga. So while we're here, let's grow those tree leaves. Focus on the breath. Woohoo! Maybe a little wobbly today. Maybe the wind's breezy. You're doing great. One last breath here. Bring those hands back to the hips. Extend that tree foot out. And then shake your other foot. Very good. Okay? Awesome. So we're going to start making our way down to the mat in just a moment. Let's take a moment for some teacups. Let's get the body kind of circling. So bring those legs a little farther than hip width distance apart. It's going to be nice and loose in the knees and the hips here. We're going to take one hand out, and I want you to imagine you have maybe a glass of your favorite wine, a cup of tea, whatever it is that you like, and it's very valuable. So you're going to keep your eye on it, on this little plate of a hand. We're going to inhale up, exhale as we twist down. It helps not to spill the tea if you watch the hand as you inhale up, exhaling down. This is a Tai Chi move. Inhaling as we rise, exhaling as we fall. One last one. Very good. I love this because you get a lot of adjustments when you do the circling of the joints, and we'll do some more of those. I learned this in restorative flow, and they're just really valuable. They get juice to the cartilage. So find that teacup or that wine glass that you imagine. Give it a good eye on that hand. Inhale as you come up, exhale as you come down. Inhale as you spiral up, exhaling down. Inhale as you rise, exhale down. One more here. Very good. You're doing great. Okay, so we're getting nice and warm. Our shoulders are open. And we're going to make our way down for some sun salutations. Maybe get a drink of water. Gracie, why don't you come over here? Sit. There you go. Just stay right here. Get some movement in the sun today. And I thought it would be great if we saluted the sun because it blessed us today by coming out, giving us lots of vitamin D, which we need right now to fight this virus. I also suggest vitamin A and C. So get out in the sun, eat lots of fruits and vegetables, citrus, dark leafy greens, fatty fish. Protect your immunity as best you can. Do what you can. I like to focus on what I can do when I feel like things are kind of out of control for me. Okay, so we're going to start in that mountain pose, right? Okay, so tilt the pelvis, bend in the knee, roll the shoulders up, back and down, chin parallel. The hands facing the top of the mat. Okay, let's just take a breath here. Belly out, exhale, belly in. Okay, so we're going to reverse swan dog. Big inhale, Exhale, forward fold. The belly comes on the thighs here, okay? There's a bend in the knee, okay? I want you to take opposite hand to elbow and ragdoll. Let your head hang heavy. Shake it left or right. Very good. So this is really great for low back. Let's sway to the left and to the right. Focus on the breath. Inhaling to one side. Exhaling over. Inhale. Exhale. One more like this. Very good. Forward folds are really good for opening up the hamstrings, low back. So we're going to take the hands to opposite side of the feet, okay? And then let's bring one foot back and then the next. Okay, we're coming into a tabletop. If you were like me and need some extra cushion on your knees, that's where that blanket I told you about comes in handy. So just fold up a blanket and place it on the mat. Okay, let's find that tabletop. Excellent. Hey, Gracie. Okay, so in tabletop, you stack the joints. So the wrists are stacked below the shoulders. Okay, and then I don't want your feet out or in, so look to see if you can find your feet. Hide them. Very good. So let's start with some cat-cows. Inhale, look up. The shoulders come away from the ears. Exhale, rounding the back, chin to chest. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, round back, chin to chest. Continue with this with your own breathing space. The shoulders coming away from the ears. Stretching the spine in two different directions. From the crown of your head all the way to the base of your spine. Very good. Okay, so let's take those hips to the heels. We're going to create circles. Those hips come towards the heels and then also towards the wrists. Okay, very good. Finding all four corners of your mat. And then focusing your breath. Inhaling as you rise. Exhaling as you fall. Pause and then reverse. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. You're doing great. Okay, coming back to that tabletop position. So we're going to circle the joints a little bit further before we move into these sun salutations. Let's take that left foot up. Inhale it up. Exhale that left foot to the outside of that left hand. Okay, so we're trying to stack the joints here. Just do the best you can. And do what's comfortable in your body. I don't want you to do anything that's painful. Sometimes I have to use my hand to help it up. Okay, so while we're here, we're going to create circles with the ankles, the knees, the hips. If your wrists are bothering you, you can always use fists. Focus on that breath. Pause and reverse. Very good. Okay, so we're going to walk that forward foot out. Very good. Bring those, come back to that tabletop position. We're going to bring the big toes together, the knees just a little bit wider, and then bring those hips to your heels. So sometimes this is a problem. You could always put that block underneath to give you a little bit more support, or a blanket to give you a little support. So child's pose, the hips go towards the heels, the hands come, the wrists come out of the arms, not away, or right together, a little apart, okay? And then the forehead comes down to the blanket or the mat. Inhale that belly out. Exhale. 3 more breaths here. Okay, and then coming back up to hands and knees. Very good. So now we're going to do this on the other side, okay? So let's take that right foot up, inhale it up. Exhale that right foot to the outside of the left hand. Very good. And we're going to stack those joints as best we can, okay? And then Again, you can bring those hands to fists and create circles any direction. Just getting things nice and juicy. Focusing on the breath. Pause and then reverse. Very good. Okay, we're going to find that child's pose again. Okay, so let's bring those knees wide, the big toes together, hips towards the heels. And Gracie wants to play. Bring those hands out. Okay, taking a few breaths here. I teach Hatha yoga, which is based on effort and ease. And I find when we do really restorative postures and takes time for a break, we can do magical things with our bodies. Taking a big deep breath in and out. Very good. Maybe I need a drink of water because my water fell over. Okay, let's find that tabletop position again. And let's just come and sit back on our feet. So this is not always easy. So just do the best you can. So tilt the pelvis, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Let's take a couple breaths here. Okay, very good. Curl the toes, okay? And then see how you can come back. So maybe you're here, maybe you can come on back. Oh, or maybe Gracie will bite your foot. So coming with your hands open to receive, roll those shoulders back, up, back, and down. 2 breaths here. Very good. Then come forward and just tap those feet out. Now, I want you to remember you can come to that child's pose anytime during your practice or any position that is comfortable to you. You do not have to do what I tell you to do. If you need a break, take a break. Love on yourself. If you need to modify, I'll take you through that as well. So, since we were already down, we were doing our lunges, right? So let's bring that right leg up, okay? Very cool. So you can leave this leg down or you can lift it up. Okay, very good. Let's take a couple breaths here. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, soften. Okay, so we're gonna bring this right leg flat back to meet the left, okay? We're in Falakasana or plank. So you can always bring your knees down, remember that, no biggie, okay? So we're just gonna plank out for just a moment. Big inhale, exhale, keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big inhale, exhale, the elbows skim the ribs, lower your body down. Okay, so we're gonna learn a few steps in vinyasa today. So you get to make choices in yoga. So one of your choices when we come down in plank, so you can either be on your knees, you can come into plank, you can also come into caterpillar, I'll show you that. Those are your 3 options there, okay? When we come down from the plank, we are gonna have 3 options here, okay? So opposite hands to elbows. Now if this is too much of an arch in your back, just wiggle your elbows forward, okay? So you're doing a slight back bend here. The top of the feet press into the mat and the hands come out in front of you, okay? So then we're gonna pull traction as if we're army crawling. You'll feel it in your abs. Loosen your glutes, okay? Shoulders come away from the ears, chin parallel. Inhale the belly into the mat. Exhale the belly into the spine. 2 more breaths here. Very cool. Okay, so let's come into a sleeping position. The hands overlap. Just taking a couple breaths. So while we're taking a break, lift your feet up towards the sky, bending the knees, okay? And then just let those feet start to circle, as if they're making circles in the sky in 2 different directions. Focus on your breath here. Pause and then reverse. Okay, pause, allow those feet to return to the mat. So your second option, you just saw Sphinx, this is Cobra. So the hands are nice and wide underneath the shoulders, and the elbows have a tendency to go out, but we're gonna keep them in on the ribs. Okay, press into the tops of the feet again and focus on loose glutes as you inhale up. The elbows are bent. Okay, so now pay attention to your hands. Put them flat on the mat, press into the pinky, index finger, and thumb. So inhale, rise. Elbows are bent, exhale down. We're gonna do 4 more of these. Loose glutes. Inhale as you rise. Exhale as you fall. 1 more. Okay, let's find that sleeping position again. Give our arms a break. Okay, so this time inhale the feet up towards the sky, bend in the knee. And now the feet are going to make the same circle instead of independent. Very good. Focus on your breath here. Pause and then reverse. Very good. Allow the feet to come down. So, third option, okay? This time, bring the hands nice and wide like we did in Cobra, okay? The elbows are in again. We want them to skin the ribs. Press in the tops of the feet. So again, focus on loose glutes. That protects your lower back. This time, we're going to inhale all the way up to up dog. Perfect timing, Gracie. Okay, so you can also come up on the tops of your feet, okay? Options. Okay, so we're going to turn the toes, no matter which one you chose. Turn the toes, and we're coming into downward facing dog. Okay, so first down dog of the day, generous bend in the knee. Okay, one and the other, stretching the back of the calf. Again, focus on those hands. Press into the pinky, index finger, and thumb. Fingers are wide. Oh, that feels good. Okay, so now we're going to come up on the ball of the foot. Big inhale. Exhale, the heels come towards the mat. Lengthen through the arms. The hips come towards the sky. Make sure the head is heavy. Shake it left or right. Focus on the breath. Inhale the belly out. Exhale, soften. Inhale that belly out. Exhale, lengthen. One more breath here. Okay, so look up at your hands. You have options here. Bend your knees so you can walk, okay? Or you can hop to the top of your mat. So we're going to come up halfway with a flat back, okay? Maybe your hands are on your shins. Maybe that's not available. They're on the top of the thighs, okay? So then while you're here, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Belly comes on the thighs. Big inhale, big bend in the knees. Reverse swan dive. Big inhale. Slide arch back. Exhale. Bring those hands to prayer into heart center. Okay, so we just ran through some options of a sun salutation. So when I say vinyasa through, you can Sphinx, you can Cobra, you can up dog. Just do the best you can and move. Don't forget to breathe. I'll help you there. Okay, so let's do this. Big bend in the knees. Reverse swan dive. Slide arch back. Exhale, forward fold, belly on the thighs. Hands from the feet. This time we're going to take the right leg back, okay? So we're in that lunge position. So the leg can be on the ground or you can lift up on the ball of the foot, okay? Once you're there, inhale, exhale. 2 more breaths here. Hey, Gracie. Okay, very good. You ready? So we're going to take this forward foot, if I can get it around Gracie, and then come back to Falakasana or plank. You can use this fist if you want to, okay? Remember there can be the knees bent. You can also, you're holding your planks, right, if you're there. So you can also bend the wrists, bringing the elbows down, chin and chest. Couple breaths here. Options. Okay, so those of you that are planking out, you've been there long enough. Big inhale. Exhale, chaturanga down the elbows, skim the ribs. And Gracie has to come over. So we're going to vinyasa through. Remember, you choose. I'm going to hit up dog, turn the toes, downward facing dog. Very good. So this time in down dog, let's come up on the ball of the foot. Exhale the heels towards the mat, lengthen through the arms. Really working on the back of the legs here. Focus on the breath. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. Now to just sway those hips from side to side. Focusing on the breath here. One more. Very good. So look at the hands, okay? Bend in the knees here. Option. I'm going to walk this time. Walk or hop to the top of the mat. So the belly's on the thighs. You're going to forward fold. Come up halfway with the flat back. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Big bend in the knees. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Slide arch back. Exhale, hands come to heart center into prayer. You're doing great. Okay, so let's do one more. We're going to come into lunge and pigeon here. So let's reverse swan dive. Big bend in the knees. Inhale. Slide arch back. Exhale. Forward fold. Belly on the thighs. Feet, hands frame the feet. This time, bring that right leg back. Coming into that lunge position. Okay? So you have options here. You can stay, you can lengthen out. You can curl the toe and have a lifted lunge. So your options. Now we're going to have prayer position. Take a couple breaths here. Woo, I'm a little wobbly today. Inhale, exhale. You ready to twist? We're going to come over to one side. You choose. The forearm comes down to the leg. In prayer, pushing the arms apart. Or you can lift up if you want added challenge. Whichever you decide to be, focus on the breath. 3 more. Last one. Very good. So we're going to inhale center. Exhale over to the other side. 3 more breaths here. Softness with each exhale. You're doing great. Okay, coming back to center. Frame the feet. Okay, front foot comes back to the back foot. We're in that plank position, right? Okay. So we have challenges here. No, ma'am. Okay. Big inhale. Exhale. Bottoms come to the sky. Exhale, plank out. Inhale, bottoms towards the sky. Exhale, plank out. One more like this. Okay, you ready for a challenge? Side plank, coming over to one side. You need to put that leg down, be my guest. So we're gonna reach for the mat and then reach for the sky. One more breath here, you're doing great. I'm rocking too. Shaking, I could say. It's a rock and shake. Okay, ready to go for the other side. Okay, coming over to the side. Side planking as you stack the joints. Inhale that arm up. Exhale. 2 more breaths here. Shake and bake. Exhale that hand down. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's come into that child's pose. Big toes together, hands out front. Okay, so while we're here, let's walk those hands over to the left. Inside hand maybe overlaps outside hand. Gazes between the elbows. Big inhale. Exhale, soften. 2 more breaths here. Okay, walking those hands over to center and then over to the other side. Inside hand overlapping outside hand. Inhale that belly out. Exhale it in. 2 more breaths here. Oh, I love you too, Gracie. Okay, let's walk those hands back to center. Very good. Trying to remember what I was going to do with y'all. Okay, so I'm ready. Let's curl the toes, downward facing dog. Very good. Very good. Let's rock. Take that right leg up. Exhale. We're going to swing it through for a lunge on the other side. Stack those joints. Remember, you can bring that back leg down, okay? Or you can lift off as you raise the ball of the foot, okay? So we're going to come up into prayer. We're going to take a couple breaths here. Setting up for that lunge twist. You're doing great. Very good. So so we're going to come over to one side. Very nice, stacking those joints. Maybe coming up for more of a challenge. One more breath here. Okay, inhale, center. Exhale over to the other side. 2 more breaths here. You're doing great. Find some softness. Okay, and then bringing those hands to front of the foot. Okay, we're going to take that back foot, okay? We're going to push off that back foot and lift it up to meet the right. Very good. Coming up halfway with the flat back, look up. Forward fold, belly on the thighs. Big bend in the knee, reverse swan up. Side arch back. Exhale, prayer, coming to heart center. Okay, amazing. So we're going to cool down with pigeon. Reverse swan dive. Big inhale up. Slide arch back. Exhale, forward fold. Belly on the thighs. Okay, so we're going to take the right leg back. Okay, and then we're going to take this left leg and bend the knee and allow that right foot to come out to the edge of the mat. Okay, and then I like to wiggle my back foot until I feel some tension. Okay, so I don't want you plopping over like I just did. So maybe you use that blanket or that book or that block if you tendency to roll over to one side. It can be a great stabilizer. Okay, so once you're where you want to be, I like to tent my hands, okay? Inhale, look up, shoulders come away from the ears. Inhale that belly in. Exhale that belly out. One more breath here. Okay, so then you can start to make your way down to your forearms. Okay, maybe you want that block instead of under your hip, maybe you want it here, okay? Take a couple breaths here. Okay, here's the sweet spot. This is I had an aha moment one time doing pigeon. And bringing the hands to that sleeping position, overlapping them, bringing the forehead down. Okay, so inhale that belly out. Exhale, soften. 2 more breaths here. You're doing great. Let's do one more. Oh, that's nice. So nice and slow. We're going to make our way up. So I like to do challenges. You can stay down in sleeping pigeon if that's where you want to do. Or you can lift that back knee up, okay? And then maybe see if your right hand can either reach or find the foot, okay? You can tend those hands, shoulders coming away, okay? Inhale that belly out. Exhale that belly in. Couple more breaths here. Exhale and release, nice and slow. Okay, so we're going to come out of this pigeon, curl the toes of the back foot. Okay, inhale this left leg up, exhale it into downward facing dog. Okay, just inhale those balls of the foot and then exhale the heels towards the mat. Hey Gracie. Okay, y'all keep breathing. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take that right knee, Gracie. We're going to take that right knee towards our chest and then towards that left hand and let that right foot walk out towards the mat. Okay, so your long leg, wiggle, wiggle until you feel that resistance. And again, if you're dumping, use that block. It feels really good to be supported actually. So let's roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Tip those hands. Okay? See what it feels like to drop the neck back. Inhale that belly out. Exhale that belly in. 2 more breaths here. Very good. Okay, so then you can come either onto your forearms or onto a block. Okay, focusing on your breath, inhaling Exhaling, softening, melting. One more breath. Very good. Okay, so then you can come down to sleeping pigeon if you're ready for that. Overlapping the hands, elbow towards the hands. Inhale that belly out. Exhale, soften. Melting tension with each exhale. Very good. So you can stay here or you can rise for the challenge, nice and slow. Okay, again, pinching those hands. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. So that back leg, you can lift it up. So maybe that's where you are. Maybe you reach for the foot, or maybe you see if you can grab the toe, the foot, the ankle. Okay, square your shoulders up. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. 2 more breaths here for the challenge. As you exhale that last breath, release the foot. Very good. Okay, so we're going to make our way, inhaling that right leg up, exhaling, coming to our hands and knees position, and making our way onto our bottoms for the remainder of our cool down. Excellent. So let's bring those hands out to either side of our bodies. Okay, roll those shoulders up, back, and down. So let's do just a little bit of ab work here. Lifting the feet up, okay? Lifting the heart up. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. If you want more challenge, you can bring the feet up even further, okay? You can take the arms, lift them towards the sky. Exhale them over to one side. Inhaling up, exhaling over. You're doing great. Inhale up, exhale over. Lift the heart. One more set. Let's shake and quake. Very good. And then bringing those feet down. Let's come into compassion pose for just a moment. Let's give ourselves a hug. The hands wrap around the front of the legs. The forehead comes down to the knees. Let's take 3 breaths here. Very good. So foot, mat, mat. Arms come out in front. Big inhale. Exhale, start to lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. Oh, getting nice and grounded. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. So let's just start with bringing the right leg in, flex both feet. Inhale the belly against the thigh. Exhale, soften. 1 more breath here. Move the knee towards the armpit. 2 breaths here. Okay, so just let that leg fall out and extend it down to the length of the mat. Very good. Inhale the left leg up, flex both feet. Inhale the belly. Exhale, soften. 1 more breath here. Okay, let that left leg fall out. Let it find its way to the end of the mat. Okay, foot, mat, mat, about hip width distance apart. The hands can go into cactus. So inhale, center. Exhale, letting the knees fall over. This is windshield wipers. Inhaling, center. Exhaling over. Inhale, center. Exhale, over. Continue this breathing space. Okay, very good. Bringing both knees in this time, giving yourself a hug. Maybe the hands are underneath the knees, or maybe they're on top. Do what feels good to you. Roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, belly against the thighs. Flex feet, exhale. 2 more breaths here, and maybe 3, maybe 4. Start rocking from side to side. See how that feels. Loving on your lumbar spine. Not forgetting to breathe. Very good. Allowing the hands to find the shins, opening the legs, flexing the feet. Inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. Another breath here. Okay, now bringing the hands maybe to the ankles. We're setting up for happy baby. Maybe the hands are on top of the feet. Okay, inhale, belly out. Exhale, belly in. Maybe start rocking from side to side. Loving on your thoracic spine. Not forgetting to breathe. Very good. Bringing the feet together. Take a couple breaths. Baddha Konasana. Very good. Bring the knees together. Straighten the arms. Okay, so we're going to find our sacrum. A micro bend in the elbow. Making circles about the size of a sand dollar. You're going to feel this plate at the base of your spine. I want you to give it a massage. Loving on yourself. Breathing. Pause and then reverse. Very good. Foot, foot, mat, mat. We're going to do one more thing. Tilt our pelvis. So tilt, flatten your back. Take an inhale. Exhale. Hold that flat back. This time, inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten. Maybe bringing the hands in the cactus. Inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten. Continue this breathing space for 3 more breaths. Very good. Extend the legs the length of the mat. Your hands open to receive. The feet about the mat width distance apart. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. Your body's in a straight line, or as best as I can be with Gracie over here. So we're going to experience tightness and softness. So tighten all of your legs. Tight, 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 tight. And then release. Tighten all your arms. Tight, tight, tight. Release. Tighten up your torso, the trunk of your body. Tight, tight, tight. Release. Tighten up your face like a raisin. Tight, tight, tight. Release. Now tighten your entire body. Clench your fists, your back, your face, your core. Everything's tight. Big inhale. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Exhale with a sigh. Arch the back. Big inhale. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Exhale with a sigh. And now you're ready for Shavasana. So sometimes this can be difficult if you have tight hamstrings or low back. You can always take a blanket or a bolster or a cushion and put it underneath your legs and roll it up to give you some support. Okay, so while you're hanging out for your yoga nap, your Shavasana, I'm going to send you through some relaxation. So, if you will allow your brow center to relax, releasing the tension between the brow, allow that relaxation to start to melt down your face, softening your cheeks, your gums, your ears. Maybe open your jaw nice and wide, releasing the tension. And then allowing your jaw to come to a relaxed state where it is not clenched. Take a few breaths here. Allow your breathing to return to normal. Allow that sense of relaxation to spread down your arms, scanning it for tension. Maybe you take a breath, sending relaxation to anywhere that is tight. Focus on your back. Scan it. Is there tension? Take a slightly deeper breath, sending relaxation to the tightness, making it soft. Scan the trunk of your body, your glutes, your belly. Scan for tension Taking that breath, sending that relaxation, softening maybe the hips. Scan your legs for tension. Take a deeper breath in, sending that softness, making that tight, soft. Scan your body one last time. Is there any tension? Take a slightly deeper breath, sending relaxation to that part of your body. I have permission from Kitty O'Mara, who wrote this poem, and I want to share it with you today. And the people stayed home and read books and listened and rested and exercised and made art and played games and learned new ways of being and were still and listened more deeply. Some meditated, some prayed, some danced. Some met their shadows, and the people began to think differently, and the people healed. And in the absence of people living in ignorant, dangerous, mindless, and heartless ways, the earth began to heal. And when the danger passed and the people joined together again, they grieved their losses and made new choices and dreamed new images and created new ways to live and heal the earth fully, as they had too been healed. Slowly start to bring your awareness back. Maybe wiggle your fingers or your toes, turning your head from one direction to the other, awakening the cervical spine. When you're ready, and only if it feels good, make your way to the fetal position on the right side. Taking just a moment to consider how you feel. Pushing up with your top hand, make your way to an easy seated position. Rolling the shoulders up, back, and down, the hands open to receive, bringing the crown of the head towards the sky, elongating the spine. Take a deep breath in and out. Walk the hands out to either side, inhaling the arms up as you look up. Exhale, chin to chest, fingertips to the mat. Inhaling up as you look up. Exhaling, chin to chest, fingertips to mat. Inhaling up, this time bringing hands to prayer mudra. Exhaling, prayer mudra to heart center. Taking a moment for thank you for being present with me today on this beautiful, sunshiny day. We bring our thumbs between our eyes to think good things, to our lips to say good things, and to our heart center to do good things. We bow and say namaste, which means the divine light and love in me honors and sees the divine light and love in all of you. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Gracie. Have a beautiful day.